Good morning, hello, hello. Ha, welcome to the Daily Sports Update Show. A busy morning already. I hope you guys got to go check out the Across the Pond show that came out an hour earlier, all about North American sports. We'll run through it a little bit here as well, but go and check that out. That's where all the North American sports is. Now, guys, welcome to the Sports Update Show on a beautiful Friday, the 27th of March. March already in the books, man. Damn it, people are going to start talking about Christmas soon. Yeah, crazy. But I got lots of sport, good football last night, exciting football. Let me have a sip of it's actually hot chocolate this morning. Or like Eddie Murphy would say, sexual chocolate. Ah, there you go. Good stuff. Let's start. Where do we start? We always start with the topics, of course. There you go, lots to get into. Football, NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball had opening night, rugby, darts, of course, NCAA. We'll get into all of that. So, yeah, email on top if you want to get hold of me. And don't forget what's always important, to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. We're only, 182 short of 148,000. So keep on liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification button. But look, there's only one place to start, and that was with football. Yes, and people thought all the European qualifiers are going to come. No. Bolivia beat Suriname last night, so they are through to the next round. They got to play, I think they play Iraq, I'm not sure. And New Caledonia lost to Jamaica. Jamaica won that 1-1, so Jamaica's also around further. I think it is against Democratic Republic of Congo that they have to play against, if I got those all right. It's either Jamaica and Iraq and Bolivia, the Democratic Republic of Congo, or the other way around. There you go. Then let's have a look at those European qualifiers last night. Oh, lots of tears there last night, especially if you come from that British Isles there, that kind of part of the world. It was a cuck night for them. But let's start off there. Turkey there. No, it's not Thanksgiving, but Turkey are thankful that Romania gave them the win. 1-0 there for Turkey, so they are through. The Czech Republic and Ireland drew 0-0, and then once again, the people there from that area of Britain cannot shoot penalties. So Ireland is out, Czechia is through. Denmark thrashed North Macedonia 4-0. Isaacson with 2 goals there, Damsgaard with a goal, and Norgard with a goal as well. Then Italy, squeaky bum time, because the Italians last time at this phase they got knocked out. They took care of Northern Ireland, another team from the Isles there. They got both Irish out. Maybe it's time to come together. Tonali and Moises Kean scoring the goals for Italy. 2-0 win there. More Poland, thanks to goals from Lewandowski and Zelensky, go past Albania 2-1. Kosovo, that's maybe the big upset there. Kosovo knocking off Slovakia 4-3. Good stuff there from Kosovo. Sweden didn't have any problems with the Ukraine. Viktor Gyökeres, must be the name Victor. I mean, that is already says he must be good. They beat Ukraine 3-1. Gyökeres with a beautiful hat-trick there. 3 goals from Viktor Gyökeres. And then Bosnia-Herzegovina and Wales, they drew 1-1 after Edin Dzeko equalized in the 86th minute. The boys from the island proved once again the penalty is not for them, because they lost 4-2 on penalties against Bosnia. So you have Wales, Ireland, and Northern Ireland all gone. It's only Scotland and England that are representing that little island. There you go. What does this mean? Who's playing who? So these games will be played on Tuesday. I might do on Tuesday a conference for this, because this could be interesting. Bosnia-Herzegovina against Italy. I think the Italians are sweating. Bosnia at home in that one. Czechia to play against Denmark. Denmark, I think, are the clear favourites there. Kosovo, Turkey. Oh, my Lord, that's going to be a game for the ages. These are people that don't like each other. And Sweden against Poland. That's in Stockholm. I would go with the home team Sweden here. I know they got Lewandowski, but Sweden got Gyökeres. They got Victor. And if you've got a Victor, everything's good. We know that. I know people are going to be laughing about that, so let me get into the chat quickly. Hunty's in there. Yeah, good stuff. All right, so that was your football results. There was EuroLeague basketball last night. There you go. Milano beat Bologna 103-87. That's good for their playoff hopes. Maccabi, that beating Dubai. So that helps Maccabi for their playoff hopes. It hurts Dubai. We'll see that in the tables. Bayern beating Villeurbanne 93-90. And Real Madrid had no problems with Anadolu Efes. Later today, Zalgiris will play against Fenerbahce. Panathinaikos Monaco, two teams, both in the same amount of points, both fighting for a playoff spot, and both will be live on this channel with Vern at 6:45 this evening. Baskonia, Hapoel, Barcelona, Red Star, also two teams fighting for playoff spots there. And Partizan, can they get a 4-game winning streak going against Valencia Basket? Let's have a look at the top of the table. Look, 5 rounds to go. Guaranteed playoff spot is now official. Fenerbahce has got that spot guaranteed. Everybody else not quite guaranteed yet, but should get there. Olympiacos, Real Madrid, Valencia, Hapoel, they should all be in. But then at 4, Zalgiris, Monaco, Panathinaikos, Crvena Zvezda, which is Red Star Belgrade, and Barcelona, they are all on 19 and 14. And if we look at the bottom half of the table, we have 17 and 16, 17 and 17. So look, Maccabi has got a game less than the others. So let's have a look. For Dubai, it's done because they only got 4 games left. They'd have to win all 4 and hope that the others basically lose all 4. That's not happening. Milano, the same thing. The only one that has a theoretical chance still is Maccabi Tel Aviv. Everybody else, I think, not going to make the playoffs. Then we move into North America. Not going to go too much in depth here because you guys should be watching on Friday mornings across the pond. And I should have a sneeze quick. Lord bless you. There goes the double sneeze again. Now, the Knicks got upset there by the Hornets, 103-114. The Pelicans lost to the Pistons, 108-129. And the Kings lost to the Magic, 117-121. So all the home teams winning there. Because don't forget, in North America, it is Knicks at Hornets. And not like in Europe where we would say Knicks versus the Hornets. There you go. I'm not going to put out the tables. Not interesting because you're going to watch across the pond. Then in the NHL, lots of games in the NHL. There you go. Blue Jackets losing 2-1 to the Canadiens. The Pittsburgh Penguins beating the Senators 4-3. The Kraken beating the Lightning 4-3. The Wild beating the Panthers 3-2. Panthers on the verge of not making the playoffs after winning 2 titles in a row. The Stars losing to the Islanders 2-1. The Blackhawks lost to the Flyers 5-1. And the Blues beat the Sharks 2-1. Some more there. The Devils knocked off the Predators. The Avalanche knocked off the Jets. I need a sip. The Capitals took care of the Mammoth 7-4. The Ducks beat the Flames 3-2. That flame went out quickly. The Oilers, they got all oiled up and beat my Golden Knights 4-3. And the Kings, well, they were the king of the hill. They beat the Canucks 4-0. Also there, no tables because watch across the pond. There you go. Major League Baseball, boys and girls. Major League Baseball. Yeah, it was opening night. They're in the MLB. And go quickly through the results. The Mets beat the Pirates 11-7. Well, let me name the, because we don't do a lot of Major League. It's been a while. Let me name the teams properly. The Pittsburgh Pirates losing 7-11 to the New York Mets. The Chicago White Sox losing to the Milwaukee Brewers 2-14. The Washington Nationals beating the Chicago Cubs 10-4. So not a good night for the Chicago teams. The Minnesota Twins losing to the Baltimore Orioles 2-1. The Boston Red Sox beating the Cincinnati Reds 3-0. The California Angels beating the Houston Astros 3-0. The Detroit Tigers beating the San Diego Padres 8-2. The Texas Rangers losing to the Philadelphia Phillies. It stands there. I still got to change that, 5-2. The Tampa Bay Rays losing to the St. Louis Cardinals 9-7. And the Arizona Diamondbacks losing to the LA Dodgers 2-8. Dodgers reigning 2-time champions. Can they three-peat? That's the question. Looks like the Florida Panthers in the hockey are screwing up the three-peat. Can the Dodgers three-peat? That is a good question. And the question in the NBA, can the Thunder go back-to-back? That's another good question. Then we had some results in the NCAA last night. Ooh. That's the Arizona Wildcats knocking off the Arkansas Razorbacks 109-88. Illinois losing to Houston, beating Houston 65-55. A little bit of an upset there. Houston, the second seed, gone. Purdue didn't have a problem with the Longhorns, 79-77. Yes, they did. It was a close one, Vic. And Iowa beating Nebraska. The highest seed still in the competition is Iowa, 9th seed. The Hawkeyes beating Nebraska 77-71. Later today, we are going to have St. John's against Duke, Alabama against Michigan. Yes, the Crimson Tide against the Michigan Wolverines. Then we're going to have the Michigan State Spartans against the Yukon Huskies. The Tennessee, is that the Volunteers or the Mountaineers? I'm not sure. I think it's the Volunteers. There you go. Against the Iowa State. There you go. And ladies play tomorrow night, Friday night as well. Notre Dame, the Irish will take on Vanderbilt. The Tar Heels from North Carolina will take on the number 1 ranked Yukon Huskies. Minnesota will take on the UCLA Bruins. The Blue Devils of Duke will take on the LSU Tigers. And tomorrow, Louisville will take on Michigan. Kentucky will take on Texas. Oklahoma will take on South Carolina. And Virginia, the highest ranked team in the women's, the 10th seed, will take on Texas Christian University, also known as TCU. Whew, got through that. Let's go into darts because I got to get ready. The rugby's coming up, man. I haven't even done half the stuff for the rugby. Damn it. Busy this morning. Let's have a look at those darts results. What a night it was. Great darts. Luke Littler won the tournament there in Berlin, Germany. Ich bin ein Berliner. He said to himself after the game, Luke Littler, don't even think he knows who John F. Kennedy was. The young people wouldn't know that. Yeah, so Luke Littler is a Berliner. He beat Michael Van Gerven 6-4 in the final. Good final. Luke Littler finished it off. Match darts. He made a Shanghai finish. If you don't know what a Shanghai finish is, that is triple 20, bullseye. The highest finish in darts, 170. Good game there between him and Van Gerven. Him and Gervin Price were giving it to each other. It was unbelievable there. 180 all the time. Good stuff. Josh Rock made it to the semifinals, gets his first points. So let's have a look at the points there. There you go. So it is Luke the Nuke there on top ahead of Johnny Be Good Clayton, Gervin the Iceman Price, Michael Van Gerven MVG, Luke Coolhand Humphreys in just outside the playoffs, followed by Jean Van Veen, Stephen Bunting, and Josh Rock at the bottom. But he gets his first points. Maybe this is the tide has turned for Josh Rock. Don't forget this weekend. No, I don't want UCR table. There you want. UCR rugby coming up tonight, baby, with moi. The Sharks, the mighty Sharks against Cardiff. We need another win to kind of keep that slim hope of a playoffs, which I don't think we'll make. There you go. Then a Super Rugby coming up in about 12 minutes time. Moana Pacifica against the Highlanders. Then later on, the Brumbies against the Waratahs. All Aussie affair there. The Hurricanes, the Reds, that's tomorrow. Blues against Drua. And Western Force will take on the Chiefs. And the Crusaders will take on nobody because they've got a bye week. Crusaders are sitting on the couch with peanuts and a beer and watching all the games. Then in the Gallagher Premiership games coming up this week, there you see some interesting ones there. If I had time, I would watch Saracens against the Saints. That should be a good one. And Japanese League, have I got that? Yep, that's coming up as well. Kubota Spears against Brave Looper. Sun Goliath against Wild Knights, that's a nice one. Blue Revs, Kobe Steel, another good one. So check those games out. And of course, we do not discriminate, so we do have the French League now. Just joking here, man. Toulouse, they lost last week, but they're normally to win. They're going to play Montpellier. Lyon, which is actually Lyon, will take on Bordeaux. Toulon definitely need a win against Perpignan. And I think another good game will be Stade Française against Clermont. That is your morning show for this morning, all wrapped up in 14 minutes. Damn, I'm getting good. I need another sip here. I need another sip. As I say every morning, be safe, take care. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, we're back at 7 o'clock with Vern. Normal time. What's coming up today on the show? We've got rugby, 2 super rugby games this morning. Like I said, it's Moana against the Highlanders, Waratahs, Brumbies Waratahs, there you go. Then later on this afternoon, we still have the DEFCON rugby show at 5 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, we have The Mighty Sharks against Cardiff. Then we have EuroLeague basketball with Vern at is Panathinaikos against Monaco, or as Vern would say, Monaco. There you go. So plenty to do on the channel, plenty to do with us. Guys, join us later. See you. Have a good one. Ciao, ciao.